Are you tired of missing various signals from call groups about new coin launches? Well, today we're going to be talking about a Telegram scraper that can solve that problem and get you into those positions automatically. None of this is financial advice, but without further ado, let's dive straight into the video. So this is Mercurium, and honestly guys, this is one of the best innovations when it comes to getting involved with coins before everyone else, and actually getting in early to coins as soon as they are called on Telegram groups. What this bot does, it essentially tracks the Telegram groups, looks for certain keywords such as tickers and contract addresses, and then automatically gets you into those trades along with setting take profits and stop losses without you needing to feel overwhelmed or without you needing to feel like you got in late. So let's talk about exactly how to do this. Here we can see the various different templates they have set up here, and you'd probably think that you need to code or something like that for this. You really don't. We can go ahead and click one of these, check shills with TTF. Let's just click on that. You can see what's come up here. So we can scrape certain Telegram channels, actually check if it's a honeypot and give it a little audit here depending on what we pick. And then if it passes that audit, we can actually get it to send a message, or if it fails the audit, we can send another message here saying, hey, avoid that token, and that will go to your Telegram channel. So that's fantastic. But as well as that, it's not just messages that it would send you, like you can see here, but it could actually get you in and out of trades as well. But for now, let's just talk about how to set this up. We can see that we have scraped Telegram channels on the left-hand side. What we can do here is actually go in and select a Telegram channel, and then when any coin is put through that Telegram channel, guys, it's actually going to go through this audit system automatically, in which, yes, we can actually set different parameters like minimum holders, total percentage owned by the top 10 holders, and other things that could either get us criteria tick boxes to buy the coin or actually tell us that we don't need to buy the coin because there are some issues with it. So once we've set this up, all we've got to do is actually set up the messages. So we can see here, all the messages here will be all automated, but we can actually set our own. We could say, hey, buy this token. And then, yes, that would then message us once one comes through that hits the criteria. Now, if it's a no, then we can actually go ahead and then send message here on no and say, hey, warning, don't touch this token. And then it's going to say that and message us once those tokens come through. This way, we can actually filter out the good tokens from the bad tokens. And to start the script, all we got to do is just press the start script here at the top. Next, let's check out the cool analyzer scraper, because this is where we can actually program it to buy the tokens for us. You can see a little bit more of a complex setup here, but it's all here in the template. It's super easy to navigate. So we can say, hey, scrape Telegram channels, type in the Telegram channel we want to scrape here, and then whenever a call comes through in that channel, it's actually going to go through this system automatically. Here we can see we're looking for the keywords first call here. So any channel where they say, hey, this is the first time we're calling this token, can put those keywords in. It's going to recognize that, and that's going to get through the first filter. If it's a second call or a third call, maybe you don't want to get in because it could be too late. But we can also see different things that we can tinker with here as well. We go to liquidity filter. We can say, hey, what is the maximum or minimum liquidity that this thing should have? The reason why we would want minimum is we want enough liquidity where we can't be rugged. Okay, we can also set this to actually detect whether the liquidity is being burnt, which would be fantastic as well. Let's say 100K liquidity. We can say max liquidity as well here, potentially 200K. And the reason why we would want that is potentially it could be too late to get in. If it's already done a 10x, it's probably going to be sat around the bigger liquidity levels, and we want to avoid those coins, right? Then we have the market cap filter. So we can have anything between 5,000 and 1 million here, but we could even go lower here, go down to 1,000 if we want. And then, yes, good to go. And again, just like we said with the other one, we want to get in at a time that isn't too late where it's above 1 million, or isn't too early where it is below 5K, where, yes, I mean, it could be a lot more likely to rug. So if you wanted something a little bit more in the middle zone, we could probably go with 500K here and look for a 10x on a coin that's been launched and has passed this criteria. Then we have the holders filter. So this is essentially going to track how many holders are holding the token. If you want a token that isn't monopolized or completely held by the devs, you want this to be in the hundreds, if not thousands here. And then we can say, hey, if it's passed all of those filters, guys, then we can look to buy it. And we can set this up with our wallet here, say, hey, buy $50 worth of this one. And we're going to even filter out the buy tax as well. Some of these coins will have 50% buy tax. You don't want that. And you can see here, yeah, the max maximum buy tax would be 10% here. And then from that point, it's actually going to send us a message if we want it to, if it does buy the token. And we can even go in, take profits here as well. So if you're looking at DEXs, centralized exchanges, yes, you can put a take profit on a centralized exchange, but it's a lot more difficult to do so with an actual DEX or with the decentralized exchanges. The reason for this is very complicated, but the short story is these guys have solved it, and you can basically have this tracking your position. When it goes up a certain amount of percent, we can actually go in and take some profit here. So for this example, we can see here the first take profit, it gets above 100% in gains, and we want to take our initial out, which is 50% here after the 100% gain. So after 2x, we actually take out our initial with this little filter here, which is fantastic. Okay, and then we leave the rest in. If it goes up by another 400%, we sell 100% of what is left in, and that is a great example of how you can set take profits using this Mercurium scraper tool, because this is something that hasn't come around, and yeah, it's something that I do think has a lot of potential, and I think a lot more people will start using this. But if you use it first, guys, you will still get in way before everyone else. This is essentially similar to sniping, but you're actually doing it based on people's calls, and people are usually paid to do those calls. So you're going to get in before that guy's audience, which is going to amount to the most amount of ROI. Now for stop losses here, we can see if it goes down 50%, sell everything. This is pretty simple. You could set that to 25% if you want. You could set it to 5% if you want. Just remember, with meme coins in the startup space, I mean, these things fluctuate massively. So I think 50% is good, and then you sell a maximum amount there. But ideally, you are looking for that 2x or 4x here, and you get those take profits and stop losses set through this tool. Once you're happy, guys, all you got to do is press start script, and this thing will run automatically, monitoring all of the call groups that you set it up for. So you can actually set this up not just for one, but multiple different channels here. I actually have mine set to all of my channels. So if any calls come through, they filter through this system and they are automatically bought if they hit the criteria. And you can set this up with many different ways. You can add different things if you want. And we can even add nodes here as well to add a different thing. So that's something that's fantastic. But overall, you can set up your own filters here for different Telegram call groups. So when the call does come through, you are the absolute first to automatically buy it. Now, how does this automatic buying actually go through? All you got to do is actually go to your portfolio or your settings here. You can see the wallets that are connected. We can actually go in and fund these wallets if we want by going up to the right-hand side and pressing fund wallet. So yeah, add funds there. We can pay with card or do it like the normal blockchain way, which is obviously sending funds to the wallet. And then the wallets will be controlled on this website, automatically buying and selling based on the parameters you put, and essentially just growing your balance over time, depending if you set up winning strategies here. Now, this doesn't just apply to call groups or anything like this. This can actually scan a bunch of different places, can even scan pump.fun here before it hits Radium. So if something's performing well, getting to that bond curve, then you can actually automatically have yourself buy it before it's listed on Radium. And this could be something that is massively profitable if you set it up correctly. As well as that, if you have friend chats or alpha groups that are a bit more private, you can actually set it up to auto buy when your friends actually put shills in there. So that could be something that's beneficial as well. So right now, this is a free service. As you can see, you can set it up as I've set it up here today. Super, super simple. Now, obviously, this will be for a limited time as they test it and grow it. But as it grows, obviously, the goal here is to make more than 150 bucks. And then you can basically get this going and run this automatically. This is something that I think hasn't been done before on this level. I think the UI is incredibly clean, and I love the fact that you don't have to put in code or anything like this. You simply link your Telegram, you get going, you set up the automation, and then you're good to go from there. You let that thing run and you make money from your call group. So good stuff here. Mercurium is definitely one that I would recommend, but that is going to be it. Have a fantastic day. Definitely check this one out because this is a great way to earn income and get into those calls before everyone else in the groups. That's going to be it for me. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys in the next one.